We're live.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador for Ethical Flooring. And you might see a little bit different background. I am on location at my brother's place out in Abbotsford doing that family thing. Bill, you know, you're a family company. As family, you step up and help, and they needed some help looking after their dog while they're on a beautiful, well-deserved vacation. So we have, I almost want to do one of these. Bit of a drum roll that we have the Bill Parsons, Senior Project Manager for Ethical Flooring, on today. How are you, Bill?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Really well. We've known each other a long time. We both go back in the flooring industry for a long time. So first of all, how long have you been in the flooring industry, even with ethical and pre-ethical?
Since 2005. So what's that? Too many years.
Too many years of math. That's why we have calculators out there. So wow. And you've been with ethical for how long, Bill?
7 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So time flies. Yeah. It's changed a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. In your role as a senior project manager for ethical, what does that look like for you as well as for the team?
Oh. Wow, you know, I think that's an interesting question. I think what you develop, I think, especially doing something, I think, what I've been doing 16 years, I don't know. But I mean, you've learned things along the way, I guess is called deep knowledge, I guess, right? You know, so there's things that, you know, some experience I had from, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago that I did a thing, even things that we don't do here, you know, because we're a bit kind of specialized here, whereas in my past I did all kinds of things. And so yeah, when you least expect it, that little bit of tidbit is helpful to I don't know, see a problem coming or solve a problem when it shows up, or, you know, sometimes it just a connection, somebody I met, you know, some years ago who, you know, knows something or can fix something or something, right? So it is knowledge going back a long ways, and it's just something you just get with time. Yeah.
And it sounds like you're very forthwith. Oh, there's today's big word, forthwith in sharing that knowledge and your experience with the team as they're coming on board. Because I know you guys have hired some amazing people in the recent times.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, and I think this comes down to the foresight of Kevin and Tanya, because I mean, they know growing up through in the industry, and I mean, for you and me as well too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, you just kind of listen to the people around you and you make your way, but they've kind of set myself up, and my colleagues have been here longer to kind of mentor the newer ones coming up, and it's smart because it kind of it's more focused, you know what I mean? And so basically it'll you get someone who's smart and eager, and it'll shorten their learning curve a lot. And so they make more money faster, they make less mistakes, you know, they can focus on you know, giving the client what they need right out of the gate a lot faster.
Right.
And also, you know, I mean, hey, I've been at a company where like the store that I was at was essentially the quote training store, and people were cycled through there, and then either they made it or they didn't make it, or they, you know, moved on or whatever it was, and there was nobody knew anything, you know. And to like what you hear as a store, we hear all the time from customers coming in, and they've been to other stores, and whoever they've been talking to didn't know anything, you know, like they didn't know much, or they weren't encouraged to know much, or it wasn't a culture where things know much. And we're here, we're known to be experts in our field. I mean, we're specialists. I mean, there's a lot of flooring stores that, I guess, they're specialists because they're flooring stores, but that doesn't mean they're good at their job. And people come to us because they want, especially here, we're West Van, North Van, people come here because they want what they want. You know, I mean, if you're going to buy a nice car, you want it to be perform well. You want to have all the that experience that you want out of it. You know, it's we have that kind of customer. So yeah.
As well as I would say at the foundation, you're about relationship. And as we've shown on Fast Facts and Features with your suppliers that have been on, the various different suppliers, how Kevin presents himself, to how you guys represent that your base relationship with that foundation in order for you to do, all of you to do your jobs really well. You're on the showroom floor, and I'm so excited that you weren't stuck in your desk there, because I do know where your desk is. So what feature of the showroom would you say you love to gravitate towards? You were showing me before we came on, kind of one area that you're just like, look at this area of the store and what it has to offer. So why don't you pan your camera around to the section of the store you love?
Well, our store, you know what I like about our store? Our store set up is 2 levels to the store,
Okay.
which makes it a lot easier. When I first started here, it was sort of mishmash. We weren't a big enough company really to know what to do with the second level of the showroom. It's kind of just a storage area, kind of, you know. And now we kind of built that up. But what makes it a lot easier, because we have like nice things. We have some nice things, and we have. Basically, you have the stuff which is things which are made to order. So those people who they want a Ferrari type of a floor, that beautiful high end made to order, you know, out of Quebec, you know, and that type of thing, that kind of floor. We have that, and we had some floors from Sweden, and we have some stuff from Holland, and blah blah blah. And then, but we also have stuff which is mass produced in, you know, Asia or various places, right? And they were previously sort of kind of some down here and some upstairs, and it got confusing because people were shopping and they didn't know where it was safe to shop. Essentially, you know, one part of the relationship was always going around and touching all the beautiful things, and the other one swatting the other one's hand away. You know, so we've kind of split the floor into the main floor. When you walk in, is all the stuff that we love, which is the made to order stuff. Mostly out of Quebec. I mean, we're lucky to have really great mills in Canada, which is awesome, and we get to support Canada, which is fantastic. So we have things like Mirage and Vintage and Northern Wide Plank, you know, and we're proud to show those. And they're all in an area where customers, they know kind of where the zone is. They can go around, they can just pick without having to worry. And then of course upstairs we have things from a few different brands as well, which is more mass produced. But again, it's not 10 brands; it's like 3 brands, right? So it's a lot simpler. But also with our suppliers, we have good support from our suppliers, because we're not just selling anything, right? We sell things that we install all the time. If there's a problem, they're there to support us through and through, because we're a really, really valuable partner. And so it's good, because even for our suppliers, they know that not everybody gets in the door. They know that we curate our products. So it's nice. It's nice. It makes it simpler for the customer. It makes this a lot simpler for us, because, you know, like, we do this for a long time. It takes a long time to know something, to know a product in and out, to know the nuances of of what you can expect even. You know, and so if you're selling 15 different brands, you don't really know any one of them that well. Maybe you know one kind of well, but you don't know the other 9. When we really have maybe say 3 top end brands and 3 mass produced brands, we know what we're getting, and that's worth an awful lot.
And I love how you say, because I almost was coming to the word of vetting. The brands you've worked with, and I know them very well, are very vetted. But I love how you said curated. Curated is such a powerful word when you're coming to, like, relationships are curated. You curate that specialty about it, so you guys even honor it even more so in your store, because it's like you're the chosen one. Like, your brand, that brand, you're chosen to be part of your success story. Can you imagine? I often say, when I was a project manager like yourself, my greatest thought process when I was choosing a floor for someone is, every morning when they put their feet on the ground to start their day, they go, I made a good decision. I love my floors. And I have gone in and fixed floors or replaced floors where that wasn't the case. And that's the beauty of working with the brands like you do, that you know that person is going to start the day on a really good, pardon the pun, but footing, on a well-made, well-installed, well-cared for, holistic relationship with the project managers at Ethical.
Well, yeah, but also like there's lots of things in your life that you buy and it kind of comes and goes, but you know, you think of over the course of your life how many things you've had that you really love, really.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of beige out there. There's a lot of stuff which is okay, you know what I mean? But if you think back even in your childhood of the things that you really loved, I remember that. I remember my mom, she bought she had a persimmon colored ceiling in her kitchen and she loved it. She goes, I don't care what anybody thinks. I really, really love this. You don't get those moments that often in your life. So when you can, you should grab them. You know, it's worth a lot because life just comes and goes.
Yep.
You know,
but a tree made into hardwood floor into a home should last for many, many generations. Generations. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So why don't you pan your camera around, show us where you're standing, and we will wrap this up. Oh my gosh, one of our favorite sections.
So we got a lot of mirage, which is pretty good. This is really nice. This right here is really nice because it shows all the different species of wood before they're stained. And then, you know, and then we have a bunch kind of words kind of after they're stained, you know, so it kind of gives it. And then of course we have all the large swatches. This right here, which is vintage, which is really cool. Of course, vintage has a lot of things that a lot of people don't. They have a really great rift and quartered selection, right? We got that down there. So that really, really tight grain. So, and of course they have things which a lot of brands don't have, which is, you know, there's really wide widths and the long lengths up to 10 feet long. So really, really cool. Yeah. And then of course we do have stuff like, for instance, the Northern Wide Planks, which, you know, they'll do things.
Lost your camera.
No, sorry, hit the wrong button. You got me?
That's okay.
There we go. You know, which is like reclaimed, you know, reclaimed from barns and stuff like that. Yeah, really, really amazing things. So yeah, we got a bit of we got some treasures for sure. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. I noticed you had a coffee cup in your hand. Is the coffee still always ready, and a cup of tea is ready for your people to stop on by?
If I didn't drink it all, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. We'll make sure Tanya and Kevin keep it well stocked, because I'm sure after people see this video out there on our Instagram and on our Facebook and our LinkedIn, they'll want to come in and meet you personally. You are a treasure, I'm going to say, to the Ethical Flooring family. You come with a very big wealth of information, and I know your customers love and adore you, Bill. So thank you for taking your time today to spend it with me.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks back. Good to see you.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you next Wednesday.